Welcome back to another travel guide. Today we are exploring Estes Park, Colorado, the gateway into Rocky Mountain National Park. Now this place has a ton to do and see, and you simply cannot do it all in just one day. The national park itself could easily be a multi-day trip. So if I missed anything on this little day trip here, I'm sorry about that. This place is just packed with things to do. This is very much a touristy-centric town, attracting millions of visitors each year looking to explore the beauty of the area. Is it too crowded and the scenery overhyped? Well, let's find out. Starting off with breakfast on my way towards Rocky Mountain National Park. This cool little coffee and donut shop is named Squatchy Donuts. It's more than just some little mini donuts, which are good by the way, and got some peanut butter and honey ones, just letting you know, that were nice, fresh, and warm. But this shop also offers some Sam Squanch merch, and even a little museum for Big Fella himself. With some light munchies in my belly, it's time to explore the one, the only, Rocky Mountain National Park. This is one of the most visited parks in the United States and is well worth a visit for at least a day. Today, I ventured into one of the harder to reserve areas of the park, the Bear Lake Road. So for context, right here is the map. And right here in this fantastically drawn circle is the Bear Lake Road. This is a gorgeous region, but just a small piece of this massive park, as you can see right here. If you don't make it to this area, do not worry at all. There is so much more to explore here. Now let's jump into the ground level and get rocking and a-rolling on the hike. Welcome to Alberta Falls Hike. We are here, as you already know. And this is like a main trailhead that takes you to a bunch of different spots. It takes you up to these falls, and then it takes you up to a few lakes. You can even hook to Long's Peak from here. So, welcome to the hike, and yeah, welcome to the adventure. Overall, this hike is it's pretty short. I think it's only like a mile and a half. So we'll pretty much, it's an out and back. Go look at some waterfalls, hit back up, and I'll see if I can't find another trail here. It is absolutely packed today. There's another trail I wanted to do, but it's kind of closed because there's there's so many people there. And yeah, so we'll see if I can find another trail other than this one, and let's just dive into it and welcome to the adventure. Just beautiful stuff already though. Alrighty, so we're at a trailhead here. We'll have to mix up a couple trailheads. And to make this trail a little longer, we're going to hit Alberta Falls, but it's going to add a little bit more, just a quarter of a mile. When we come back to this trailhead, we'll also add in Bear Lake. Might as well, it's close by, so let's keep on trucking. We're going to hit the falls first and heading up this trail, so oh yeah. see, we're at the top of Alberta Falls. Whoa. Really cool. It's really noisy, but beautiful. I mean, up top here, I mean, look at this view. It looks super, super tiny, but those mountains back there are just towering over the whole place. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh, super easy hike to get up here too. Like, it's nothing really to get here. Yeah, I'm gonna talk in a second, get a couple more shots of these falls quick, so then you can actually hear me talk. Like 20 feet over there. These rocks are making it really quiet. So, beautiful spot. This hike's pretty good for most people. Easy to get to. Yeah, overall cool. The only warning is that it's going to be crowded. I mean, you're at Rocky Mountain National Park and it's tough to get in. So, because of the amount of people that come here. So just be warned, it's not going to be like a normal, peaceful, nice hike. But yeah, overall it's awesome. It's really cool. Beautiful stuff. Like, I think most people are going to enjoy this. These falls are awesome. There's like a false set of falls that I have in the clip there. When I'm coming up, I was like, oh, there's no way this is it. And then I came up another 100 yards, like, there they are. So it's cool. Yeah, it's really cool. While sitting down over near these, you can like feel the ground rumbling. It's super, super fun. So that's all I have to say about that. And we're here, Bear Lake. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So pretty much the trail up to here takes you up to the next parking lot, which is where the first trail I wanted to do today started. If I had service, I could have seen that, and I would have just done that extra quarter mile up and then done the cooler trail. Oh well, that's, you'll win some, you lose some. It was beautiful regardless, so awesome stuff. But we'll be back to do that other trail too, hopefully. And yeah, overall just gorgeous day. Couldn't ask for a better day. Like, it is absolutely perfect out for this. It is packed though. Everywhere is like really packed. But I mean, you're at a national park, a very popular national park that you need to even just get reservations just to get in. So that's going to happen. So if you're looking for like a quiet, peaceful thing, this may not be the hiking area you want to see and do in Colorado. There's definitely better places to do with fantastic, gorgeous views just like here. But I would say one nice thing about it being a national park, it's really, really well taken care of. There's a lot of it's very accessible for most people for a lot of stuff. So there is that. So if you're kind of little limited in mobility and stuff, this is way better to do for you than just doing some hike out in the Rockies. But yeah, overall, just beautiful stuff. I mean, I just want to sit down and have a sandwich here, but I don't got a sandwich because we're going to head back in Estes Park for the town trip of Estes Park or travel guide. And yeah, overall cool stuff. So I'm going to head back down to the bike. We got to get into town. I want to hit the museum because the museum closes pretty early on the weekends. Now we'll grab lunch. We're moving though. We're moving. There's a banana. Did you see that? Just noticed there's a banana in there. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So, yeah, overall just cool stuff. And so let's head back into town.
Now that our waltz through the woods is over, it's time to take a look at some history at the local Heritage Museum before grabbing some grub and exploring downtown. Surprisingly enough, unlike many towns, this one didn't start as a mine town. Some of the first people who came here saw the potential of tourism almost instantly and started building it up to where it is today. There are some cool older buildings from the past still scattered about all around the valley. Downtown even has the oldest operating movie theater west of the mighty Mississippi. I definitely want to go back and watch something there. Let's check in quick on some initial thoughts of this quick little museum trip.
Yep. Well, welcome to the Estes Park Museum. There's a couple of like kind of instruments over here you can kind of screw around with. And what's this do? Cool. This is neat. So they start you out with like this little like 10-minute video about giving you like a quick little Alright, I keep getting distracted, so let's keep moving. And we're at the museum, Estes Park Museum. This is pretty cool. We're out back. I just hit a couple exhibits. There's a few more I'll check out in there. We're right next to Estes Park Lake. It is just an absolutely gorgeous day. And yeah, we're just checking out the little museum they got here. It's really nice. It's free entry and just something to check out. It's just 15-20 minutes of your time to check out, kind of figure out some local history. They even have like a cool little informational video. Which is nice. Overall, it's not too bad. There's one last thing I want you to check out. They actually have a cabin, one of the original cabins here, and you're allowed to go in. No way. Cool. Look at that. Awesome stuff. Yeah, so I guess it's more or less just like a preserved older cabin from some of the old original times that this community started getting built up a little over 100 years ago. Cool stuff. We're going to keep moving on. We're going to head into town and grab some lunch and do the town portion of this trip and enjoy the rest of the day.
Just before exploring what's in town, let's take a little stop into the Wild Rose for lunch. This is a smaller bar restaurant right near the end of the west side of downtown, where I've picked up an elk sausage roll and something to sip on. I don't really remember what that was, to be honest. Overall, it was a nice, quaint spot. Now, I know I should have grabbed some burgers from the famous burger spot next door, but don't worry, I'll be back to try that out as well. Let's hit the streets with a happy belly and see what they have to offer. Starting with Water Wheel Gift Corner, Penelope's Burgers and Fries, Rocky Mountain Majesty, Danish Cone Factory, Purple Mountain Taffy, Braffman and Leather, the Ore Cart, which was a cool little gem and rock store. These tree things were neat. Moving on to the flavors of the Rockies, Mountain Glass, Trailhead Threads, Elkins Whiskey, and a whole bunch of stores in one of these small kind of mallish style buildings, which there are a couple of. There are just way too many stores to go over all of them in this town. If I were to pick out a more unique shop in this multi-level building, it's a cool place that's more or less specialized in some like weapons and armor stuff. This was pretty cool and unique and was on, I'm pretty sure, the second floor of the building. But just goes to show this town has a ton of shops to browse through. I will warn you, if you ever visited a beach town boardwalk, it feels very similar to one. It has a whole bunch of graphic Park t-shirt shops, and a whole bunch of candy and taffy stores. So if you like your sweets and goofy t-shirts, this is your place. Next up is Elevations Eatery, Wear Me Out Tees, Sugar Shack, McDonald Bookshop, Estes Village, What Are You Doing? It's Bob and Tony's Pizza, and Estes Park Distilling, which was a collaborative shop that had a bunch of different liquors you can try, buy some pizza, or get some merch. Moving into Grub Steak, Buckles and Sports House that acted as half sports store and half leather product store. Lithium, the local skate shop. The Highland Bard with a Celtic wear store full of some unique clothing and other wares for the walk ahead. One last tip is to really make sure you explore some of these alleys throughout the town. You never know what neat areas or hidden shops you might find. There's even a cool river stream walk to venture and explore. Let's check in on how the exploration is going.
Now that you're tired of me narrating talking, let's get back to talking. So we're just wandering down this Riverwalk. So pretty much Estes Park along the whatever side this is of Estes Park of the town. There's like a nice little Riverwalk. So we're just gonna mosey along, get a couple of little pretty shots, you know. And it actually stops at this little coffee shop. I want to stop there, get a little bit of tea, because I had 2 places on my list. It was that Sasquatch spot, which is really cool, unique. Donuts were awesome. They had like 30 flavors, as you already know. But there was another coffee shop I want to hit down here. I'm hoping it's open. I don't know if it is though, so we'll see. But even if they're not, I'll point it out to you. So let's enjoy this little Riverwalk portion of the trip, and we'll kind of see what else is down this way. So a few other like notable things I'm not going to be able to hit today that might be cool, worth checking out here. There's the McGregor Ranch Museum. It's only open on the weekdays, and I think you pre-set up tours for it. It looks really cool. I think you do like, it's like 2-3 hour like tour of like an older ranch and how you kind of live through it, more or less. So 2 more little notable things kind of maybe you might be interested to check out or research is there's a little mountain coaster way on the other side of town. It's called the Mustang Mountain Coaster. And then there's also an observatory over closer to the museum, the Estes Park Museum. So if you're a little more into either of those, I would check those out, kind of look them up. I just didn't have time to hit those, but they were things that I probably would have hit if I didn't have other things to do that kind of look cooler for me.
The start of the Riverwalk is nice and simple with a few benches and the sound of the rushing water. But once you arrive at the historic movie theater and its 64-foot tall tower overshadowing the walkway, it can get a bit more interesting. Right next to it is a coffee shop and arcade. The coffee shop is called Riverwalk Cafe, and I picked up a small snack for the rest of the walk. Overall, it was pretty decent. The Slabs Arcade is another neat hidden gem just off the beaten path. As you continue down the meandering path, it takes you to a nice courtyard containing more restaurants and shops to check out. I would say it's a really nice, generally quiet area to hang out with the family. It's time to check out one of the most famous buildings in Estes Park, the Stanley Hotel.
As you can see, behind me is the Stanley Hotel, the famous Stanley Hotel. It's a historic and supposed to be haunted spot and very popular spot to go to. But it's very famous for a very certain movie that is based off of this hotel called Boop. And it's gone. And yeah, overall, this place is really cool. It is really, really cool. It's just very pretty and nice, and looks like it is way outside my budget if I'd want to stay here for a night. But it's cool. I mean, when you got this hotel, it's super pretty. There's actually a wedding going on over there, so it's like packed. I'm not gonna, I want to get up close, but I don't think you can today. But back there is Rocky Mountain National Park. What a view. Downtown Estes is right there, and over there's Estes Lake. But I got a problem. And looking at the radar, It looks like that is coming here and it's going to sit here the rest of the afternoon. So I think I'm going to have to bail for the last couple pieces of this town trip, and I'm going to have to come back and film it because I'll definitely be back here to hike in a week or two. And there's one more spot. There's my dinner I want to eat, and then there was another hike I wanted to hit. I'm pretty sure it's that mountain right there. But that's kind of a bummer. I can't really help that though. I'm on this. If I was in a car, it would be something different. I could at least, I'd stick around longer, but this is coming and it's here to, it looks like it's here to stay. Unfortunately. I'll see you at the next spot.
It is now a couple weeks later with hopefully much better weather. Last year was one of the rainiest summers ever in this area of the state. It made quite a few of these trips that were filmed during early last summer a bit of a pain. It took a couple days of filming to get the whole town and the original plan just for the day trip done. You have seen us in the Louisville and Longmont travel guides as well. But it's time to strap our hiking boots on and explore a short but awesome hike on the other side of town.
Alrighty, as you may already know, man, well, you wouldn't know this, but it is humid today. Wow, this is a sweaty one. It must have just got rain. I think they got rain like earlier this morning, so now the sun's really starting to poke out and you can feel it. But as you may already know, we are climbing up to the top of Mount Olympus. This is an interesting hike so far, and I knew kind of coming into it would be kind of tough, but it's only 2.5 miles to get out and back. Well, it should be about 2.5 miles, but you climb like, I think it's like 1,300 feet about. And so there's a couple sections that are pretty steep. So in about 1.25 miles, you climb like 1,300 feet. So there's that. So this is it's an interesting hike. I wouldn't say this is going to be hard, but it would be for some people. But I'd say it's a hard medium because it's short, but it's steep. So I don't know how I would call this, because it it definitely would be hard, but it's not necessarily hard. It's like I don't know. I don't know what I want to call this one. But the trail is out and back, so we'll pretty much spend our time going up and back down. Yep. Should have a great view of the town here, and even the start of Rocky Mountain National Park. So that's all I have to say for right now. It's pretty steep, so I'm huffing and puffing my way up. We're in kind of flattish section, but yeah, overall, let's dive into it. I'll see you up at the top. Oh yeah, this is cool. Man, this is, wow, well worth the hike. And it's short, literally, like it's 1.5 miles pretty much each way. If you want to go out further on these rocks, like where I'm at, add like another little bit. But oh my, this is so cool. It's just super exposed up top here, so like you just see everything. Man, wandering around the rocks. It is, man, it's humid today. I am sweaty. Bah. But this is so cool. And I'm the only one up here. I only saw one other person on this trail the whole time I was doing this. And I'm the only, I can't believe I'm the only one up here. Like, come on, what? How are people not on this trail? This is cool. Look at that, it's all of Estes. That is so, I'm 2000%, this is like a hike I'll do again, just to do. This is cool. Just for, it's one of those, if you're in the area, what, if you have like an hour or two, let's just say 2 hours. If you have like 2 hours to just kill, do this. This is so cool. This is really pretty. It was tough. Like, it's really steep. I mean, it's a calf runner. There is no spots where it's just flat. You're going up, but it's so worth it. Look, oh man, just stupid stuff. All right, well, I will leave you alone now. This was well worth the hike. That doesn't even look real. Oh, I love hikes like this. Just with that cliff edge. Woo! Oh, stuff like this, it looks surreal. Yeah, that's about it. You already know, hike stats will be in a little bit.
We enter the final activity of this travel guide, the Estes Park Bike Park. Unfortunately, the town just tore down the skate park portion of the park and plans of hopefully building a new one down the road. Luckily, there are still some dirt jumps, pump tracks, and some skill courses here. From the looks of things though, this may be more mountain bike oriented, but we're here with a bike. Let's jump in.
Alrighty, welcome to, I think this is called Stanley Park. I don't have much time to hit this, so I got probably about 15-20 minutes before the next wave of storms is going to be pretty rough. Let's dive into that. I'm just going to slap the chest rig on. I'm going to park the drone somewhere. Let's dive into it before the storm hits. I gotta keep rolling. So I'll see you on the trail. Whoa, that's tight. That's kind of cool. I thought it'd be a bit more slick, but look at this transfer line. Boom. And then you can hop back on. Okay, this is pretty cool. All right, we're about to drop in to the dirt pump track. This is pretty big. This is neat. It's a little loose though. I almost wiped out just getting here. Needs a little bit of TLC. Come on, build some speed. Look at this little table, kind of a jump. I'll try and hit that again. Hold on. I'll try that again. Ah. Now, woo! I feel like I'm perpetually going to wreck. There we go. I'll take that. Alrighty, let's hit this jump section. I hope it's not as loose as the pump track, or I'm going to be in some trouble. Alright, so it's like a big roller on this side. Okay, wow. Ooh, okay, mud pit. Ah, shoot. Alright, I want to try the jump side, but I don't know. High side. Let's give her a run. Okay. So the high side isn't bad. It's a little sketchy. So some might say with that high side, it definitely feels like it's made for mountain bikes. 100%. Alrighty, so there looks like there's two different main skill lines here. I'm gonna try the smaller one. I don't have a bike that's built for skill lines. I mean, BMX is not built for that. So we're gonna hit the small just to kind of do it. Very loose. So I want to go over that rock. You know what? Let's redo. Okay, let's redo that. We're hitting the rock. Oh, there's a big hole there. Ugh. Hey, we got it. We'll hop on this. Oh, these are cool. That's actually kind of fun. Little whoop-de-doos. Pop this. Okay. Alrighty. So, it's a neat park.
Last but not least is dinner. Let's check in on an award-winning pizza spot in town on the other side of the lake from downtown Estes. I picked up some garlic knots and a personal pep New York style pizza. Overall, I was pretty surprised. I haven't had a ton of very good pizza out here, but this was definitely good, especially for like a mountain town pie. Little robots delivering your food. It was something I definitely didn't expect. But overall, a cool spot. Thank you for getting this far in the video. We have reached the end. While you're here, subscribe and like for more. Hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one.